You know that feeling when you're standing in the kitchen, reaching for a cup, and suddenly, your foot wobbles? Or when you take a step off the curb and your ankle just doesn't respond the way it used to? It's not just frustrating, it's scary. Because one wrong move, one slip, one fall, and everything changes. But here's what most people don't realize: your balance doesn't start in your legs or even your hips. It starts in your toes. That's right, those little piggies you've been ignoring for years. They're the secret weapon to staying steady, strong, and upright as you age. Think about it. When was the last time you really moved your toes? Not just wiggling them under the covers, but strengthening them, awakening them? For most of us, the answer is never. And that's a problem. Because weak toes mean weak feet. Weak feet mean unstable ankles. And unstable ankles? That's a one-way ticket to falls, fractures, and worse. But here's the good news: it's never too late to rebuild that foundation. In fact, just a few minutes a day, with the right exercises, can make all the difference. Today, I'm going to show you 3 simple toe exercises that'll help you regain your balance, prevent falls, and keep you moving with confidence. And trust me, these aren't just random stretches. They're backed by science, used by physical therapists, and so easy you can do them while watching TV. Hi, I'm Betty and I'm so happy you're joining me today. Before we dive into this important topic, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up and comment below telling me where you're watching from. I love connecting with all of you from around the world, so now let's begin. Let's start with the first one, the toe grip strengthener. This exercise might seem small, but it's powerful. It targets the muscles in your feet that act like natural grippers, helping you stay steady on uneven ground. Here's how it works: sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. Now, imagine you're trying to pick up a towel with your toes. Curl them inward, squeeze for 3 seconds, then release. That's it. Do this 10 times per foot. If it feels too easy, try it while standing, hold onto a chair for support. You'll be amazed at how quickly your feet wake up. Now, why does this matter? Because studies show that toe strength is directly linked to balance. In fact, seniors with weak toe grips are 3 times more likely to fall. But just a few weeks of this exercise can rebuild that strength, like giving your feet a second chance. Next up, the toe spread and lift. This one's a game changer for anyone who's ever felt their feet go numb or fall asleep too easily. Sit barefoot and press your toes down into the floor, then, without lifting your foot, spread them apart as wide as you can. Hold for 5 seconds, then relax. Repeat 8 times. This movement strengthens the tiny muscles between your toes, improving circulation and nerve signaling, which means your feet talk to your brain faster, helping you react before a stumble turns into a fall. Now, I know what you're thinking: can toe exercises really make that much difference? Absolutely. Think of your feet as the roots of a tree. Weak roots? The whole tree shakes. Strong roots? You stand tall, no matter what life throws at you. And the best part? These exercises take seconds, but their impact lasts a lifetime. So let's keep going. Because the third exercise? It's the secret weapon most people miss. Now that you've awakened those sleepy toes with the first 2 exercises, let's talk about the real-world difference this makes. Because here's the truth: you can do all the toe grips and spreads in the world, but if you're not training your feet for actual life, you're missing a critical piece. That's where our third exercise comes in, the toe tap balance booster. This isn't just another stretch, it's functional training. It mimics the exact movements you need when you're walking on uneven pavement, stepping off a curb, or catching yourself before a fall. Here's how it works: stand behind a sturdy chair, hold the back for support if needed. Lift one foot slightly off the ground, just an inch or 2. Now, tap your big toe down to the floor in front of you, like you're testing hot sand. Then, tap it to the side. Then behind you. Repeat 5 taps in each direction, then switch feet. Why does this matter? Because every time you tap, you're forcing your toes to communicate with your brain. You're rebuilding those lightning-fast reflexes that keep you upright. And here's what's fascinating. Research shows that seniors who practice directional toe taps improve their balance twice as fast as those doing generic exercises. That's because you're not just strengthening muscles, you're rewiring your nervous system to react before a stumble becomes a fall. Now, let's talk about when to do these exercises. You could set aside a special toe time, but here's a better idea: weave them into your day. Do toe grips while waiting for the coffee to brew. Practice toe spreads during TV commercials. And those toe taps? Do them right after brushing your teeth. Use the sink for support. It takes 0 extra time, and that consistency? That's where the magic happens. But I need to warn you about a critical mistake most people make. They do these exercises barefoot on carpet. That's like training for a marathon on a trampoline. It doesn't translate to the real world. Always practice on a hard surface, wood, tile, in thin socks or bare feet. Your feet need to feel the ground like they would at the grocery store or on your porch steps. And here's something else you might not expect: these toe exercises don't just prevent falls, they can reduce joint pain. How? Because weak toes force your ankles, knees, and hips to overcompensate. But when your feet are strong, your whole body moves more efficiently. One of my viewers, Martha, 68, wrote to me last month saying her knee pain vanished after just 3 weeks of toe exercises. Turns out, her toes had been lazy for years, making her knees twist unnaturally with every step. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. What if you can't move your toes much yet? Maybe arthritis has made them stiff, or years of tight shoes have left them unresponsive. Start slow. Even just imagining the movements, yes, really, can activate those neural pathways. Over time, the range will come. The key is to never force pain. Gentle persistence always wins. So let's recap where we are. You've got 3 powerful tools now: the toe grip strengthener, the toe spread and lift, and the toe tap balance booster. But there's one more thing you need to know to make this stick. Let me ask you something. Can you right now, without looking, feel each one of your toes? I mean, really feel them, like they're alive and awake and ready to work? For most of us over 60, the answer is no. And that right there is why so many of us live in fear of taking that wrong step. But here's what's incredible: in just the last few minutes, you've already started changing that. Those toe grips, spreads and taps we've been talking about, they're waking up parts of your body that have been asleep for years. And now we're going to tie it all together with what I call the golden 2-minute routine, a simple sequence you can do every morning that will literally reprogram how your body moves. Start by sitting on the edge of your bed when you wake up. Before you even stand up, do 10 toe grips with each foot, remember, like you're picking up a towel. Then do 5 toe spreads per foot, holding each for 3 seconds. Finally, stand, holding the bed frame if needed, and do 5 toe taps in each direction. That's it, less time than it takes to brew your coffee, but it sets your body up for success all day long. Now, here's a test I want you to try right now: the 5-second toe test that predicts fall risk. Stand barefoot behind a sturdy chair. Lift one foot slightly off the ground. Can you wiggle your toes independently while keeping your foot stable? If not, that's your body telling you those neural connections need work. But here's the good news: just by doing these exercises, you're rebuilding those pathways every single time. I want you to picture something. Imagine it's 6 months from now. You're walking through the park, you hit an uneven patch of sidewalk, and without even thinking, your toes grip, your foot stabilizes, and you keep right on moving. That's what's possible. That's what these simple exercises can do for you. Because here's the truth no one tells you: falls don't happen because we're too old. They happen because we've let our foundation weaken without realizing it. Those toes of yours? They're your body's first line of defense. And starting today, you're putting that defense system back on duty. So here's my challenge to you. For the next 21 days, just 3 weeks, commit to that 2-minute morning routine. Notice how your balance changes. Notice how your confidence grows. And then come back here and tell me about it in the comments. I read every single one. Because this isn't just about avoiding falls, it's about reclaiming the freedom to move through your life without fear. It's about giving yourself permission to feel strong and capable at any age. And that, my friend, is absolutely worth 2 minutes of your day. Your toes have been waiting decades for this attention. Let's give them what they've been missing. Here's to standing tall, staying steady, and stepping forward with confidence. Now go show those toes who's boss.